Welcome back to Golden Greats. Heart to Heart offered the perfect blend of romance, mystery, and adventure. Jonathan and Jennifer Hart traveled through a world of luxury, danger, and intrigue, solving crimes while becoming one of television's most beloved couples. But behind the charm and romance lies a bittersweet truth. Some of its beloved stars have passed away, while others changed in ways fans could never imagine. Let's take a look at the Heart to Heart cast then and now. Stanley Friesen was played by Lee Wilkoff, born in 1951 in Canton, Ohio. At 28 years old when he appeared on the series, he brought energy, charm, and a memorable presence to the role. Nowadays, at 75 years old, he remains respected for a career spanning television, film, and Broadway. Beyond acting, he has supported arts education programs and has remained active in the theater community. Many viewers still remember Stanley as one of the colorful personalities drawn into the Harts world of mystery and adventure. His appearance added another layer to the series' blend of suspense and charm. Deanne was played by Mimi Maynard, born in 1950 in Yorkville, Illinois. At 29 years old when she stepped into the role, she brought warmth, elegance, and charm to the series. At present, at 76 years old, she is also recognized for her work behind the scenes as a successful casting director and producer. Her contributions have helped shape numerous television and film projects over the years. Fans still remember the glamorous atmosphere that surrounded many heart-to-heart stories. Characters like Deanne helped create the sophisticated world that made the series stand out from other crime dramas. Max was played by Lionel Stander, born in 1908 in New York City. At 71 years old, during his time on the show, he brought loyalty, humor, and unforgettable personality to the Harts' trusted chauffeur and friend. Lionel Stander passed away in 1994 at the age of 86. A veteran actor with a career spanning more than 6 decades, he earned admiration for his distinctive voice and memorable performances on stage and screen. Millions of viewers still remember Max driving the Harts into danger, offering witty observations and helping solve mysteries along the way. His friendship with Jonathan and Jennifer became one of the most beloved parts of the series. Lieutenant Gray was played by Wynn Irwin, born in 1932 in California. At 46 years old when he joined the series, he brought authority, professionalism, and a dependable presence to the role. Wynn Irwin passed away in 2018 at the age of 85. Beyond Heart to Heart, he appeared in numerous television productions and built a respected career through decades of character acting. Fans still remember the police investigations that often crossed paths with the Harts' adventures. Characters like Lieutenant Gray helped ground the show's mysteries while adding tension to each unfolding case. Lieutenant Draper was played by Lyman Ward, born in 1941 in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. At 38 years old when audiences first met the character, he brought confidence, intelligence, and professionalism to the series. Nowadays, at 85 years old, he remains recognized for a long television career that included memorable roles in both drama and comedy. Viewers also remember him as the father in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Many viewers still remember the detectives and officers who became part of the Harts' investigations. Lieutenant Draper helped create the atmosphere of suspense and intrigue that kept audiences returning each week. Butler was played by Matthew Faison, born in 1944 in New York City. At 35 years old, when he entered the series, he brought sophistication, professionalism, and quiet charm to the role. Nowadays, at 82 years old, he remains respected for his work in television, film, and theater. His career included appearances in numerous productions that showcased his versatility as a performer. Viewers still remember the elegant homes, lavish parties, and refined atmosphere that surrounded the Harts' adventures. Characters like Butler helped create the sophisticated world that became a hallmark of the series. Janet was played by Diana Mulder, born in 1938 in New York City. At 41 years old when she stepped into the role, she brought intelligence, elegance, and a commanding screen presence to the series. At present, at 88 years old, she remains celebrated for an accomplished career that included Star Trek, LA Law, and numerous acclaimed television dramas. Her work earned recognition from audiences across several generations.
Fans still remember the strong and sophisticated women who appeared throughout Heart to Heart's glamorous mysteries. Janet added depth to the series while fitting perfectly into its world of intrigue and adventure. Bechet was played by Maurice Marsac, born in 1915 in Marseille, France. At 64 years old during his time on the show, he brought sophistication, charm, and European flair to the role. Maurice Marsac passed away in 2007 at the age of 92. Throughout a distinguished career, he became known for portraying elegant European characters in film and television for more than 5 decades. Many viewers still remember the international settings and colorful personalities that made Heart to Heart feel larger than life. Characters like Bechet helped bring an extra touch of glamour to the Harts' adventures. Inspector Correa was played by Henry Darrow, born in 1933 in New York City. At 46 years old when he joined the series, he brought authority, confidence, and a commanding presence to the role. Henry Darrow passed away in 2021 at the age of 87. Widely respected for breaking barriers for Latino actors, he became a television pioneer through acclaimed roles in westerns, dramas, and crime series. Millions of viewers still remember the international investigations that carried the Harts into unfamiliar places and unexpected danger. Characters like Inspector Correa help make those adventures feel authentic and exciting. Claude Lutter was played by Roger Till, born in 1912 in Paris, France. At 70 years old when audiences first met the character, he brought charm, sophistication, and a memorable European presence to the series. Roger Till passed away in 2002 at the age of 93. Throughout a long career in French cinema and television, he became known for portraying distinguished and charismatic characters. Fans still remember the glamorous destinations, luxury hotels, and international settings that set Heart to Heart apart from other detective shows. Claude Lutter fit perfectly into that elegant world of mystery and adventure. Walter was played by Arthur Adams, born in 1935 in South Carolina. At 44 years old when he entered the series, he brought warmth, professionalism, and a memorable screen presence to the role. Arthur Adams passed away in 2020 at the age of 84. Beyond acting, he became an important advocate for diversity in entertainment and worked to support opportunities for future generations of performers. Many viewers still remember the colorful cast of characters who crossed paths with Jonathan and Jennifer during their investigations. Walter added another layer of personality to the show's world of suspense and sophistication. Lieutenant Gillis was played by Richard B. Shull, born in 1929 in Evanston, Illinois. At 50 years old during his time on the show, he brought authority, wit, and a memorable presence to the role. Richard B. Shull passed away in 1999 at the age of 70. A respected character actor, he appeared in numerous films, television series, and Broadway productions throughout a distinguished career. Fans still remember the detectives who found themselves working alongside, or sometimes against, the Harts during their investigations. Lieutenant Gillis helped add tension and humor to many of the show's mysteries. Mrs. Capello was played by Georgianne Johnson, born in 1926 in Cheyenne, Wyoming. At 53 years old when she stepped into the role, she brought warmth, elegance, and charm to the series. Georgianne Johnson passed away in 2018 at the age of 91. Throughout a career spanning several decades, she became known for memorable performances in television, film, and theater. Many viewers still remember the sophisticated guests, social gatherings, and glamorous settings that surrounded the Harts' adventures. Characters like Mrs. Capello helped make that world feel rich and believable. Patrick Burke was played by Paxton Whitehead, born in 1937 in East Malling, England. At 49 years old when he joined the series, he brought sophistication, wit, and unmistakable charm to the role. Paxton Whitehead died in 2023 at the age of 85. A celebrated stage and screen actor, he earned admiration for his work in theater, television, and film on both sides of the Atlantic. Millions of fans still remember the cultured personalities and intriguing suspects who appeared throughout the Harts' adventures. Patrick Burke fit perfectly into the elegant and mysterious atmosphere of the series. Lieutenant Fredericks was played by Richard Hurd, born in 1932 in Boston, Massachusetts. At 55 years old, when he joined the series, he brought authority,
professionalism, and a commanding presence to the role. Richard Hurd passed away in 2020 at the age of 87. Beyond Heart to Heart, he built a remarkable career spanning more than 5 decades and became widely recognized for numerous television and film appearances. The series was known for blending police investigations with high society adventure. Characters like Lieutenant Fredericks helped create the sense of danger and suspense that kept each mystery engaging. Frank Tisdale was played by Joe Pantoliano, born in 1951 in Hoboken, New Jersey. At 36 years old, when audiences first met the character, he brought intensity, charisma, and energy to the role. Nowadays, at 75 years old, he remains one of Hollywood's most respected character actors. His acclaimed career includes standout performances in The Matrix, Memento, and The Sopranos, earning him an Emmy Award. Few performers brought as much personality to the screen as Joe Pantoliano. His appearance added another memorable character to the Harts' ever-expanding world of mystery and intrigue. Halsey Matthews was played by Rod McCary, born in 1941 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. At 46 years old during his time on the show, he brought confidence, sophistication, and a memorable screen presence to the series. At present, at 85 years old, he remains respected for a career that has included television, film, directing, and producing. His work behind the camera has been just as significant as his acting career. Part of Heart to Heart's appeal came from the fascinating people Jonathan and Jennifer encountered during their adventures. Halsey Matthews fit perfectly into that glamorous world of luxury, mystery, and excitement. Chambermaid was played by Peggy Pope, born in 1929 in Montclair, New Jersey. At 58 years old, when she appeared on the series, she brought humor, warmth, and memorable character to the role. Peggy Pope passed away in 2020 at the age of 91. Throughout a long career in television and film, she became known for scene-stealing performances that made even small roles unforgettable. Every episode introduced Jonathan and Jennifer to new faces along their travels. Characters like the Chambermaid helped bring the show's luxurious hotels and glamorous destinations to life. Eduardo was played by Gregory Sierra, born in 1937 in New York City. At 50 years old when he joined the series, he brought charisma, confidence, and a distinctive presence to the role. Gregory Sierra passed away in 2021 at the age of 83. Best known for his acclaimed work in Sanford and Son and Barney Miller, he became one of television's most respected character actors. The world of Heart to Heart was filled with intriguing personalities from every corner of the globe. Eduardo added another memorable layer to the international adventures that defined the series. Jonathan Hart was played by Robert Wagner, born in 1930 in Detroit, Michigan. At 49 years old when the series began, he brought sophistication, confidence, and charm to television's most adventurous millionaire. Nowadays, at 96 years old, he remains one of Hollywood's enduring stars. Beyond Heart to Heart, his celebrated career includes It Takes a Thief, the Pink Panther films, and decades of work in film and television. Every week, viewers watched Jonathan balance a life of luxury with dangerous investigations alongside Jennifer. Their adventures became one of television's most beloved blends of romance, mystery, and excitement. Jennifer Hart was played by Stefanie Powers, born in 1942 in Hollywood, California. At 37 years old, when audiences first met the character, she brought elegance, intelligence, and charm to one of television's most beloved leading ladies. Nowadays, at 84 years old, she remains admired for a distinguished career in film, television, and theater. She is also widely recognized for her humanitarian work and long-standing dedication to wildlife conservation efforts. Their chemistry helped make Heart to Heart a television classic. Viewers loved watching Jennifer match Jonathan's wit and courage while helping solve mysteries in some of the world's most glamorous settings. The mysteries may have been solved long ago, but the charm, romance, and excitement of Heart to Heart continue to captivate audiences today. Tell us which character you remember most, and subscribe to Golden Greats for more journeys through television's greatest stars, unforgettable mysteries, and timeless memories.